Hello and welcome everybody to the Anti-Think Tank. Would everybody like to introduce themselves? No? No? Alright. Well, moving on.
Okay.
None of you are
Yep.
important enough.
Well, damn.
I
No,
always
I
knew I
just
was.
choose not to speak.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah, yeah.
My name is Ryan. I'm going to be the primary host for this week just because, well, that's how the times and everything have worked out in our favor and everything else. Got a few co-hosts here today. Blaze wasn't able to make it, but we got in the first chair over here. We have Mr. Ian. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
All right, just a
What an
slight
entrance.
amount of retardation in that one, just enough to keep the audience interested
On
and
their
everything else.
just enough to keep them on their toes. Just enough to keep them anticipating.
Enough to make it funny, and just add that slight amount of worry that you're probably like hover handing a jar of glue at the moment. Need a little
Like,
midnight snack.
I little midnight snack, just a little bit of Elmer's does the body good. Everybody knows it.
You gotta
Oh, yeah.
slowly build up an immunity to it.
More or less, more or less. What
Screw
about you,
stronger.
Justin? I said, what about you, Justin?
Oh yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm Justin. My favorite flavor of Play-Doh is burgundy.
Fucking
No,
rare.
no, it's not. No, it's no. I mean, okay, that would be cool, but you literally said a couple years ago your favorite flavor of Play-Doh was purple.
You also said that we shouldn't
Burgundy.
make those jokes anymore because they're illegal now. We can't make eating Play-Doh jokes anymore. Bad.
Wait, we
No,
can't.
no, no. It wasn't the eating Play-Doh part. It was the what was it? The quote you said specifically was the how would you come to that conclusion? That was like a part I was kind of like, ooh, we're kind of walking a rope here.
I will
Oh
jump
yeah.
over the rope. I will gladly tie that shit into a noose and hang myself with it, okay?
Truly respectable. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chance. I'm here to just spectate these fucking idiots.
Yeah. Respectable decision.
We don't have a live studio audience yet, so you'll have to do. Guns on your right if you ever want to take one of us out for saying some completely insane shit. But you know, you do you.
Oh yeah,
Chance came to the San Diego Zoo and expected some wild shit. All right, let's give it to him.
hell yeah.
So anyway, how's everybody's week been? It's been 7 full days since our last little recording session. I'm sure something's happened in somebody's life.
Not really.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and announce it here. I am going to be taking a very timely break from the podcast. Month or two, we'll see how far it goes. Um, I'm gonna make the explanation as best as I possibly can. Um, the podcast is not the only thing I've ever done creatively. I've done other things outside of the podcast, like music and books and whatnot, and I wanted to continue doing those other projects. And more or less, it's hard to do everything at once, and everything, including the podcast, became more of a like I need to do rather than a want to do, and it kind of lost its fun. Um, so I'm gonna be handing the keys over to Ian and Ryan. They'll be editing bi-weekly, I believe.
He will be handing the keys over to Ryan until I learn not to be dumb.
Okay. And yeah, I guess you guys will either have other guests pop on to fill the gap of me being gone. Um, other than that, yeah, that's kind of what's going on.
We're gonna cannibalize your stakes in this company. I hope that you know that.
You'll have no. You will have nothing by the time you return.
You know the plot
Damn.
line that Walter White had throughout Breaking Bad about his jealousy of the company that took off without him?
Gray matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just remember that.
that's Justin's arc. We finally make it big, and Justin's like, please, can I just have a couple of royalties,
Well,
but perhaps.
We can give you a ground level position, you know, making a decent amount of money. Just sign on the dotted line.
Justin, I'm gonna
Page
go
two
ahead and
in
warn you right
fine
now.
print is just it's just like his eternal soul or some shit.
Listen, if I never make it back to the show and you guys
What?
wind up becoming the biggest podcast in the whole fucking world, I don't want any royalties. I just want a credit that says creator. All right.
I'll hold you
I'm
to
gonna be
that
honest.
directly.
Like, I don't even know if I can even give you that. Like, when we are in our penthouse suite,
Damn.
when we are in our, when we are in our penthouse suite getting handies from Halle Berry and Scarlett Johansson, Ryan, I'll let you pick which when the time comes. You are not getting action, Justin. Like, it's all for us. I'm sorry. You made this decision yourself.
Goddamn.
Like, I was willing to give him the fucking shout out. I thought Ian was gonna be more supportive. Like, I can't even give you that, man.
Like, you're not
Fuck you, bro.
Like,
I
no,
can't even give you
no
that.
love,
The fuck?
no love at all.
Like, I just gotta be real about it, bud. Like, when it comes right down to it, all that Bleebo Bobbins merch that you designed, it belongs to us.
'Cause you're a founder.
You're like, okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do that, Ryan. Let's go ahead and sign up a contract right quick so that the world can know. Justin, what do you
Jesus,
want?
all on the
what do you
fucking
want?
podcast. He's like, I want that
You know what?
shit
We will
on tape,
make
dude.
we will make merch of you, and
Yes.
you will get a 10%, the 5% royalty on anything they sell
Percent.
using your likeness.
That sound good?
No.
I will throw a brick at your head if you say no.
He said no.
It's extortion now.
All right, okay. So how about all right, Justin? What if you get no royalties? Okay, I'm gonna toss you that. I'm gonna toss you no royalties. I'm also gonna toss you, all right, no acceptance that you were the creator. I'm going to basically expunge your audio from all 21st episodes. However, once a month we will come to your house and eat Cherry Garcia ice cream together, and it's just gonna be a nice, fun little time. You know, it'll be fun. It'll be you know kind of goofy. You know, we eat the ice cream.
Oh yeah,
we play
just
some
see them
games.
pull up in their BMW that just pulled off the dealer parking lot.
Wait, what?
What the fuck is cherry? What the fuck is cherry Garcia ice cream?
It can be, you know, it can be whatever flavor you want. I'm saying like we'll hang out, we'll eat some ice cream together. It'll be fun. Like
Don't give
whatever
him
flavor
any
you want.
flavor that he wants. He could have picked some expensive shit. You're getting like some great value stuff, all right?
Getting strawberry.
You're getting
You're gonna get-
Neapolitan. You'll fucking like it.
Okay, me and
You
Brian are on
you gotta give me Neapolitan with you gotta give me Neapolitan with vanilla and chocolate already taken out of it.
me and Ryan are on the same wavelength because like I was trying to formulate a joke with Neapolitan ice cream right before he said it, but nothing quite happened. Unfortunately, not. But yeah, how do you feel about that, Justin? You cool with that?
Coming from the guy that says he's gonna get more of the royalties than I do, when you are admitting that you're not gonna edit in the episodes.
I'm not saying I'm not going to edit them. I'm saying the ones I edit are going to be unwatchable.
Okay, so I feel like your royalties should be, less than Ryan's.
I feel
I
like
can
slob
accept
my
this.
knob in a non-sexual way. No. No. Wait. Okay, both of you chill out. Chill out, Ryan. We're good, right?
Look, all I'm saying is I was just offered, basically, out of nowhere, majority shares in the company. And so far, I gotta say,
Wait.
you know, some things have gotta change around here.
Damn. Tables turn quick.
Okay, nah. Okay,
Now, Ian.
we're entering her. No, wait, everyone chill.
Once
We are
a
not
month, we
engineer-
can get together. And we can
Here
have
it
some
comes.
Cherry Garcia ice cream.
Damn. Damn.
Okay, everyone
Oh, how the
chill.
turns tabled.
Oh, how the turns tabled. Okay, no, we are not entering our Game of Thrones arc. Everything is chill.
Oh, we're far past that, my friend.
I will accept.
A
Oh.
I will accept-
crown for a king.
Damn.
I will accept 35%. I will accept 35% and whatever attention we get from female celebrities. Hopefully, Halle Berry hit my line. Please,
He went
please.
for it. I gotta give him props. He went for it at least.
Thank you.
That
Thank
one
you. I wasn't
fan
going
we
to.
have on fucking Spotify is just Halle
That
Berry. And
would
she's
be
like, how the fuck did he
fucking
know?
hilarious.
How the fuck did he know? Garcia, lock this shit the fuck down!
Why is his
Track
name
the
Garcia?
IP.
Why would his name not be Garcia?
I mean, I guess it could be. I
Is
don't know
there
why I had
some
such an
is there
adverse reaction to that.
some like strange thing that anybody named Garcia can't be in security? That there's a security risk, Ian?
I was just okay. Wait, no. Okay, I was just thinking this since
What
we'd
is it
already
about a
joked
man
me-
named Garcia that you don't want over your security?
Okay. I just want to say
That's
that out of
serious
all
real
of us,
quick.
I have
That's
said
all
the
I
least.
gotta say.
I have said the least amount of controversial things in the last 20 weeks. I could just, with me having editing privileges, I could literally just make a supercut of all of the things that you've said, Ryan. Make
I
it like
will
a tight
double down.
Double down.
You
Don't
don't
fucking
know
call him
who you're
against it. He'll do it.
threatening right now.
I will make a minute and a half worth of content out of it, a supercut. Send it to Susan Wajiki herself.
You send that to me.
I-
To who?
No, I want to see this.
Okay, all right. We need to take a step back. Justin, why don't you go ahead and say what the deal is? Like, how are we splitting everything?
Let's not give him
Well-
that power. He's backing out right now. We have all the power here. Personally,
Okay, so-
I say that we give him one swift kick in the nuts, throw him under the curve, and then we just walk with it.
We're walking with it?
Yeah, we're just walking with it. What can he do? He's not
We're
going to be here for the next 2 months. By the
We're
time he gets
walking with
back,
it.
we'll have a new living room. Everything will be fucking great.
I can't wait for Justin to get back. He just gets on the podcast. We're just on here with Joe Rogan, and we somehow have fancier British accents. We're just like, oh, hello, Justin.
No, he gets back. There's just a fucking like dummy made of him sitting in the fucking corner.
Damn.
His pre-recorded lines. We just got hit like AI voice modification to copy his voice of the last 20 episodes.
I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait to come back after. No, hold on. I can't wait till I'm on break. And I'm gonna watch every episode that comes out that you guys edit and sit there and think to myself, yeah, I made a bad mistake here.
What's gonna be really awkward is when you hear your voice come through and you knew you weren't there for the recording.
It's not for real. Oh my gosh.
Can't wait
All
to
right, well-
gaslight you into making you think that you were actually there.
He's still on the podcast.
We're truly entering the most
As a matter of
complicated arc.
fact, editor, whoever is doing this, whether it be me or Ian, just note for the future, completely cut out this entire segment and just bring in an AI voice of Justin for next week and just keep running with that. Make him schizophrenic in real time.
I feel okay. So, I mean, as a general rule, if we cut this out, like we can probably manage to. The first thing you did on this podcast was convince Justin that he didn't know history. So, this is the general direction that things have been going. I think this is best for everyone.
For real though, Justin, you're a big part of this podcast and everything else. When you get back, we'll accept you with open arms and less salary.
Less salary.
So much less
Understood.
salary.
All right.
You
You
can't
will
take
be
a
paid in
2-month long
Chuck E. Cheese
vacation. You can't take a 2-month long vacation and expect the company to not harbor ill will at some point.
I mean, I'm just saying when you get back and we're paying you in Chuck E. Cheese tokens, just to accept. Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, I had a thought earlier. Did anyone remember that machine, that toy, that thing that was at Chuck E. Cheese where you would like put your hands on the thing and it would electrocute you, and the harder you get electrocuted, the more tickets it gave you.
Wait, I never been to Chuck
No.
E. Cheese before. Are you telling me that they just gave tickets out for tasing children?
Yes, apparently.
Okay, no. Okay, so have none of you three guys been to Chuck E. Cheese?
I was too
I
poor,
have,
man.
but I don't
I've been.
remember getting fucking shocked.
I must have been like twice in my entire life.
New fun
Okay,
attraction for
yeah.
the children. We beat you with a bat. Whoever survives gets all the fucking tickets.
Apparently.
Okay. Okay, wait. I finally found it. Okay, so I convinced myself I like convinced myself that it wasn't real, but it is an actual thing that happened. It's called the Raging Ape, and it has just two handles, and you grab onto it, and it starts off at a low thing, and then it slowly gets worse, and it literally just electrocutes your hands, and if you can hold on for 5 minutes, it gives you a bunch of tickets, and I think it's like a government conspiracy just trying to give us nerve damage and cerebral palsy. I cannot believe this existed. What were the early 2000s?
That was
Not
just,
safe,
that
apparently.
was just good, wholesome family fun. If the kid was too damaged to let go, that was just natural selection.
Just trying to
Sorry,
figure out
Timmy,
what-
Growing
if you wanted to
stronger.
make it to the adulthood and continue your bloodline, you should have let the fuck go. Or survived.
Or survived, this motherfucker died.
or survived is crazy.
Just sitting there getting electrocuted, cooked alive. Let go! Timmy, let go! No.
Not it really is a metaphor for capitalism. If you want the PlayStation 2 as a
Suffer.
prize, you suffer. And you will have it. Have fun.
I feel bad for the kid whose
Horrible.
muscles didn't, jerk back away from him, but instead did the opposite reaction where he, clinched onto the thing. And the whole time, he was just trying to let go, but his body wouldn't let him.
Damn, that's tragic. But he won all those
It's-
damn tickets.
He got so many. Some could say it was worth it.
Phew.
Eventually, he just had to, develop, a superpower or some shit.
I can withstand a
So,
fuck
that-
ton of shocks.
That would be the coolest way to get a superpower. Just when I was 19, I walked into a Chuck E. Cheese and I double
When
fisted
you were
my butthole with
19...
the electrocution machine. Became Electro Gorilla Man.
No, okay.
Wait.
A, why the fuck does another one include fucking gorillas with you? And B,
Shut up. Okay. I mean this seriously.
You've been-
Let's just leave
You
it
would
at
have
that.
said
one who-
it. You still have said it.
you have been the one who
Shut
wanted to move past
up.
it, and then every
Shut
time
up,
you bring
shut
up the
up.
gorilla.
Okay, I
You
mean
can't
this
win,
in
Chief.
absolute sincerity.
And B,
I've-
we're moving
Okay,
past it. You
I
wanted
mean-
to move past it? We're moving past it. B,
Okay.
why are you at the age of 19 going to Chuck E. Cheese and shocking yourself?
Okay.
Wait, you went at 19?
He said
You
19.
got siblings?
No, because I mean the story. Okay, because the story ends with the man going into the origin story of the character I was saying goes into the Chuck E. Cheese and sodomizes himself on the machine. I didn't want to say, oh, a 12-year-old walks in, because then I go to prison.
You're going
Okay,
to
that
prison
makes sense.
anyway. You're doing it in
Oh,
front of the children. It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
It's okay. So I guess I can't win,
No, it doesn't seem so.
dude. I hate
It's
I
to play
hate
Russian
woke
roulette with a fucking single barrel shotgun. What did you think was
I-
gonna happen?
I hate woke liberal America so much that it's a place where you can't. That it's a place where you can't go into a Dave and Buster's and just publicly whack it and just hope that oh, it's a problem now.
The fucking Democrats are stopping me from hopping
enjoying
on
my
the
show.
Chuck E. Cheese taser.
Jesus.
The Democrats
Those
told me.
goddamn liberals.
The
I
Democrats
wanted to
told
go
me.
Super Saiyan with 10,000 volts directly to my prostate. That's the only pro-state I want to be involved with.
Jesus Christ. He doubled down, I'll give him that.
Man, wait on that one, bro. What? No, like,
Alright.
I mean, he's got a point, dude. Like woke America sucks so much. It's like I just want to hide at the bottom of a ball pit at a Chuck E. Cheese and just wait for a kid to come and just like,
Whoa, what?
just drag him under, never to be
Bro,
seen
bro,
again.
that is not. Hold on. That's not the liberal agenda. Stop even do that. That's called the law enforcement stopping. Doing
Who
that.
do you think enforces the liberal agenda?
Okay, I'm just saying. Like,
Okay, Ian, the true thing to do is to only choose one kid. Just drag him down, let him back up, and just never do it again until he gets back in. Like, he just gets gaslit by his friends. It was like, no, that never fucking happened. And then just keep doing it to him. And only him.
I just drag him down. And tell him stuff that the other kids won't believe. So they won't believe that he was actually down there.
Just make it a really fucking traumatic singing frog thing. Like,
Oh my god.
instead
Man,
of like
if-
him
if,
trying to
uh,
like make money off of like, hello my baby, hello my honey, it's just
Mm.
put him down like, if I were connected with the government, you'd be on an island right now, little boy, and just throw him back out.
Whoa. That one went a little too ham. That was a little much. However, like, it was my idea to drag kids under the ball pit, so I suppose I get what I get.
Yeah. This was your decision.
All right, what else? What else is
Have a
what
nice
else is
vacation,
woke?
Justin.
So what now?
Have a nice vacation, Justin. Just know this is the gold standard from now on. We're freed from your censorship hands.
Understood.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Let's get into it. What else has woke liberal America taken from us, boys?
The ability to conquer.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, what was it? Mongolian Khan? Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan.
You can do
Genghis.
it, Ian. I believe in you.
I'm calling him Mongolian Khan now. All right.
You're
it was-
Mongolian
You
rashes.
tried to say his name, and the power of his spirit was preventing you, dude. No,
Yeah.
not this fucking retard.
No.
Don't let him bring me up.
No, like it was Genghis Khan who said the greatest joy in life is to take from people lesser than you, salt their earth, and like kill their families.
Hear
Like,
the
the lib-
lamentation of their women,
Bro, the-
yeah?
The woke liberal media has literally taken that away from us. Like, what is going on, bro? I need
There
it
can
back.
never be another Alexander the Great because they just won't let me get on a horse and invade Mexico.
I'm trying to be Hannibal out here, but they keep telling me I can't own a giant elephant. I don't know what's up with it.
Technically, in the state of Texas, if
Oh,
you
really?
you can technically own an elephant, I believe. Don't quote me on it. But
I'm already looking it up.
I remember reading about how you can own like tigers and lions and shit in Texas because they're considered exotic animals. So maybe you can get an elephant and just like find your way to the Alps or some shit. It'd be a long fucking road, but maybe.
Okay,
me.
I'm
And
apparently.
who the
I'm
fuck's
apparently
gonna stop you? You got an elephant.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
point.
apparently a bit too lost in the sauce because I went to Google and looked up in what state can you be a Hannibal. It didn't get me much.
It
It didn't
got
get me much.
it got you on a fucking watch list because I'm pretty sure they thought you meant cannibal.
Where can you legally own an elephant? Okay. Okay. All right.
Nowhere.
I'm not getting many good answers.
Well, now you have
I'm
a
not gonna
financial
lie.
goal
Okay.
for the future.
What's the next best thing? I can't be a Hannibal, but what's the? That's true. That's true. I mean,
Okay, so I actually have an idea. You could become a zookeeper and just get access
Yes.
to the elephant. And using that access, you can train it overnight over a long period of time to be a war machine. And then just
Okay,
march
okay.
your way to Washington, D.C. and take over from there.
Are you giving me permission to do such a thing?
I'm giving you suggestions.
Okay, I'm down. It just are y'all like down with this new dystopia? Because, okay, speaking of like conquering things and like dormant human genes coming back to haunt us, have you guys heard of Palworld?
Ah,
Oh, yes.
Pokemon with guns. American Pokemon.
Basically.
Justin, how much do you know about Palworld?
I've only seen a few clips.
I'm
Okay,
surprised with
a
how
lot-
much they asset ripped from other games. There's not like a fucking Pikachu doing the Orange Justice or some shit. Like it's actually just Fortnite Pokemon with Ark Survival Evolved added in. Like,
However, it is kind of incredible. Like, have you seen how much fun people are having with it?
and on a budget of $10,000, they've sold 7 million copies in like 6 days.
It is absolutely insane. Dude, like, it's honestly like,
Damn.
go on.
It is one of the most it is one of the most profitable IPs in 6 days. It's absurd. It's fucking absurd.
No, like, the thing that I find personally most interesting about it is that, like, so Pokemon has always had, like, the base ideas in Pokemon are disturbing. Like, obviously it's a game, like, marketed towards kids, but, like, obviously, once you get to a certain age, you realize, okay, like, you realize about the animal cruelty, the fact that the whole thing is basically just based on cockfighting. You are abducting random animals and beating them into submission, enslaving them and forcing them to fight other animals for your amusement and personal gain. And this game like took that like all of the actual stuff that Pokemon is about and just made it front and center, and it made it canon. And it's just so wonderful. I love it so much. And Nintendo can't copyright it because if they do, it'll be canon.
Look, all I'm saying is that in episode, what was it, like 1, 2, we were talking about how Pokemon has zero innovation in it. And one of the ideas we had was just to double down on the violence. Now, I'm not suggesting a royalties package, because obviously the Palworld developers may have taken something from us and developed it as their own idea. But I'm just saying, we have visual and audio evidence of us having this idea long before they released this piece of media. And if
I think I want a piece of the pie.
And, you know, we did talk about the right of conquest.
Huh?
We could just go in there. They're a small
And
team.
take what's ours.
They're a small team. They can't fight all of us.
How many are there? How
Fight all.
many are on the team?
10, but they're all from probably somewhere like California or something. So they can't match the crackhead energy that Ian has. Chance is stronger than all of us combined. And I have a gun.
Why do I have to kill things?
Do you want some of the money?
Eh. Not really.
Are you rejecting capitalism?
Are you a communist?
Are you?
I mean, I don't know why I have to share.
You know what? Valid.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Wait. Yeah, I say we just keep it for ourselves. Like you said, there's only 10 of them. We can get it done. I mean, I think that we deserve some of that cash. However, someone might beat us to it because this game has become like a cultural reset. Like, this
Dude,
game is literally awakening
amount of-
people's.
The amount of Nintendo fanboys that are going out and like screeching on Twitter about it is all the royalties I need, in all honesty.
They're so upset about nothing. Like, it is so ridiculous, dude. Like, honestly, I really just don't understand people who go out and continuously buy the new Pokemon game that comes out every year, every other year, because it is because of the fact that they won't stop buying the same game that Nintendo refuses to innovate, and now they're mad that like someone finally like did it. I mean, it's the same reason why I play so many Zelda fan games, because Nintendo just will not make top-down Zelda games anymore with like just the traditional style, but there's tons of people online who've made great ones. And I don't know, like that's just something I really appreciate. When the companies stop giving a shit, the fans will.
The best part of it is just the ability to enslave things.
Do we want to get into it?
Now,
Not
like
really.
I want.
to the people who out there who are going to clip me saying the best part is the ability to enslave things. I know how that sounds.
I know.
Okay,
That's what
let's-
I'm gonna use it for.
All right, let's just be real. 7 million people can't be wrong, and they're all enslaving things and creating workshops in this game.
Ah.
Fear will keep them in line.
You can literally choose how hard they work and how many hours they work in a day, and if they get exhausted, you can just kill them and replace them. It is my dream.
You can just walk out with a literal club and just beat them until they start working again. It's like Henry Ford, like just ascended from his grave. Yes, yes.
No, like I literally, there's a part of me that believes that the reason why the game has gotten so big, like especially in like places like Japan and stuff, is because of how like long the hours have gotten and how low the pay has gotten and just how bad the economic situation is in general and how much crunch there's been. I don't know. It's kind of nice to be on the other side,
Like,
you know?
there's a part of me that kind of gets why someone's boss would feel the intense psychological need to like enforce and like to get rid of child labor laws just to see the hands go into the machine after playing this game.
Not to mention the fact that have you seen that you can enslave the people too?
Yeah. You just beat them up
And
and then
you
throw a pal sphere at them.
Okay, a pal sphere, all right. Sounds about right.
I like
Oh
just how
my God.
on the fucking nose they were with this shit. Like, they know exactly who they're fucking ripping off of, and they just don't give a shit.
Dude, I respect it so much. And the only thing Nintendo's been able to do so far, they've been able to get them on. Someone made a Pokemon mod and like replace the designs with actual Pokemon. They were able to like sue them for that. Other than that, they can't touch them, and I'm so happy.
They weren't even able to go after them. They went after the modder and gave him a cease and desist. And you know Nintendo's just fucking seething over there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe release your
They're just-
shit on PC and innovate every once in a while. Like, get fucked. That's all I gotta say.
Nah, for real. Like Nintendo is both my favorite video game company. Like they were for all of my childhood, and as I've gotten older and seen how terrible their legal practice is, like they've slowly gone out of favor. But I will still continue to buy their games, so I can't say much.
You are the problem.
I am the problem. I accept this. At least I don't buy every Pokemon game.
Alright.
At the very least.
You're still the problem.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
tried
not the problem.
just to pivot to a different topic so we don't talk about Palworld for 30 fucking minutes. We're definitely putting that shit in the title, by the way. If you came to this podcast expecting discussion on Palworld for more than 3 minutes, we fucking got your ass!
Oh no, dude.
Get.
I would like to add something to the episode here.
No, go on.
Go
Pop off, King.
If you guys remember an old episode we did, weeks ago, where we talked about old artists retiring, right? Or artists that need to retire, right?
Yeah.
I would like to retract my statement that Green Day should retire.
I'm
Okay.
pretty ready to get into this.
Because the new album dropped the 19th, and it's a fucking banger.
It's very good. Yes, it's very 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 good.
Like me and Ian, have discussed this, and I'm gonna be the one to say this. I know I'm going to expect a lot of pitchforks, a lot of angry Green Day fans when I say this, right? Saviors, the new album, is as good, if not better, than Dookie.
It's not true. It's just not true.
So now we
I'm
see
sorry.
the real reason why Justin is going on a little sabbatical here. It's to avoid.
Hold on a
Okay.
second. Hold on a second here, Ian. I love how you laughed at me when I said that, but yet we have DMs where you kind of agreed with me.
No, it's not, bro. It is not like
Damn, we're gonna put him
Okay.
out on the spot.
no.
Ryan,
like,
you editing this, right?
Yeah.
I'll send you the screenshot.
Okay, okay, if you're gonna be like this, I'll go back in our screenshots. And not to mention, if I was saying it to like. Oh wait, nope. Let me go back. Okay, just duck.
Yeah, have a full blown argument.
It's happening.
So, Chance, how are you?
I'm doing great. What about y'all?
I didn't listen to the new Green Day album, so I'm kind of like just spectating
Oh, I'm
this
at a
part
loss
too.
too.
I'll let them kill each other. I just get their shares.
All right, here we
Apparently.
go. Here we go. Okay, Justin, if this is what you were expecting to like exonerate you, you said Saviors is almost #1 in the UK. I'm also gonna have to listen through all of American Idiot, Dookie, and Saviors because I'm honestly debating which albums are better. I said, Justin, buddy, Saviors is not a better album than American Idiot. Now it may be better than Dookie, maybe, but American Idiot is perfect. However, it must be stated that Dookie has stood the test of time for 30 years, and it's just a better record. Like the Saviors came out a week ago.
Just boying, bro. That's all.
Let us fanboy, all right?
Justin, your counter argument.
He
Go
said,
on.
"Let us fanboy." Apparently, that was his argument. Let me be happy.
Listen, the reason why I fully believe that Saviors is a better album, again, it may be the same, if not better. If not better. Only reason why, in my opinion, is because, with Dookie, you have some massive classics, right? But there's some songs off of Saviors that are just so much better than some songs off of Dookie. Like, for instance, In the End, like, it's a good song. Everybody loves it. I love it myself. But there's just a lot more songs off Saviors that are better than that.
Okay, what okay, there are songs on Saviors that are genuinely bad though. That are genuinely just
The
not
fuck
good.
you mean they're bad?
There are songs that are I sent you my rankings of every single song. You know how I stand on a lot of these. And not to mention some of them are literally just blatant rip-offs of other songs. Like there's so much rip-offage on that record. Dude, the title track is disgustingly bad. Saviors? There's nothing on Dookie as bad as that song.
Let me see here.
Like, I gotta see this shit.
I'm just looking through here real quick. You said after listening to the album a second time, you genuinely think the record is fantastic.
Yes, it is a fantastic record. It is not it may be the top 5. Green Day has a lot of great albums.
Now, hold on a second here. When you say that they rip off a couple of songs, I will admit the opening riff to One Eyed Bastard sounds the exact same as Pink's what's that song that she has that has the same opening riff?
You cut out a little bit.
Okay, the song One Eyed Bastard, right?
Yeah.
The opening riff is a straight copy of the song by
yeah, so
Pink.
what? Yeah, so what? It is a blatant rip off, yes.
Would you not say that Green Day's version of the riff is better though than Pink's?
No. What? No, my god, no.
What the
American Dream is
fuck?
killing me. American Dream is
He's
killing me is a super
fanboying
mid
so
song.
hard, dude. Fanboying
Dude, okay.
like a
American
motherfucker.
Dream is killing me is not even a great song. Like Pink's song is actually like pretty awesome.
Not only that,
Okay,
but,
we
like,
don't.
I haven't heard the songs before, but if it's a straight rip-off of the Pink song, that takes points away from Green Day automatically because they didn't make the riff. Like,
Right?
And with the and I mean there are a couple of others like honestly like I'm trying to think of a couple of more places because there were a couple of times. I mean, Corvette City definitely sounds kind of like a Beach Boys song, but that one you can just chalk up to it being inspired by, I suppose.
Well, there's one comparison though I see going around a lot about the song Bobby Socks, saying that it sounds too much like Weezer, and I don't understand why.
Because it sounds like a Weezer song. Justin, are you okay?
Okay,
Because
I'm being legit honest because when I listened to it, I didn't hear Weezer. when my girlfriend listened to it, she didn't hear Weezer either. So like, what song are they comparing that to?
He literally yells, "Do you wanna be my girlfriend?" That is every Weezer song. That is every single Weezer song. I want a girlfriend and this and that, going on a date and killing some people. I don't look like that.
What
Like
the
that's literally
fuck?
Weezer, bro. It's literally Weezer, bro. I don't understand how you can deny that Bobby
As a
Socks is a
man
Weezer
who's
song.
not listened to pretty much any Weezer, that does sound accurate.
That's accurate, bud.
Gotta give it to
Aside,
him.
aside from the killing people, Bobby Socks is very
Okay,
Weezer.
listen, if we cannot just sit there and say that every love song sounds like Weezer, then
I think we
It
can.
also it also has a very
I
Weezer
think
chord
we can,
progression
he says.
and a very like.
Good one, Ryan.
Okay, I'm saying that I really like the record. It's just not super original. And that's fine. Sometimes we just need like nice punky rock. I mean, let's be honest, how much new territory
Justin's
can be
getting
made
mad
in
because people don't think the way he thinks.
I mean,
I'm
I
not
am
getting mad. I'm just trying to understand your point. Like when again, there's some areas where it's like, yeah, I understand they're being inspired by other bands, obviously, but I mean, it kind of happens. It's whatever. But and also there's a bit the argument about one-eyed bastard. The opening riff is the same as the Pink song.
Mhm.
Not the entire song's the same, but the opening riff is. Like to be honest with you, that's probably the only criticism of the album that I have, other than the song "Saviors," which is kind of weak to me.
Yeah.
Because think about it, like there's other lawsuits. I'm gonna do this discussion real quick. There's other lawsuits that happen in music that like I can kind of see where they're going. Because think about it here. We all know the song "Come As You Are" by Nirvana, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a band called Killing Joke that had a song come out called "The '80s," and the
Mhm.
opening riff sounds like a much more sped up version of "Come As You Are."
Okay, but
Okay.
Nirvana took that riff and they took it and you could say that they plagiarized it, whatever, but they took it and they did something different with it, and the two songs sound nothing alike. With Green Day, they took a riff from Pink and just made a very similar sounding song with it, and that's the part that's
Granted,
kind
you
of
can't claim that they took it from Pink. Like they didn't listen to the Pink song and like, you know what, I want that riff. Apparently, from what I've seen in interviews, Billy Joe Armstrong has said that actually the riff was inspired by by a Deep Purple song.
I I simply like I'm not saying I don't believe in Billy. I'm just saying like if you listen to them back to back, it is insane. It's the exact same thing. I not to mention
It is.
you can't convince me that they have not heard the Pink song. You can't convince me that they just haven't heard that song by her and we're like, "Oh, damn." Like, okay, if I was in the studio and I took a guitar out and I went nah 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 nah, I'm not going to tell myself, "Oh, that's mine. I made that." Like I'm going to be like, "Okay, I stole that from
I
Deep
would
Purple."
argue I would honestly argue more that Smoke on the Water is a much
Wait,
more well known song than the
wait.
Pink song.
They took one of the most iconic guitar riffs of all time, and then tried to play it off of its own. I knew who Pink was, but you were talking about a certain riff, and I didn't
Wait.
realize that was the fucking riff.
Oh. Oh, no. That was Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, I'm saying that like it is a similar situation where like I'm not saying that those are the two same level of like popularity. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying
But
like with Billy Joe being in the music industry, how did he not know?
I will agree with this though. I will agree with this though. Okay, in the situation that like Billy Joe legit just didn't think about the Pink song, right? I honestly don't even know the name of this fucking song. Anyway, like if he didn't know about it and he legit came up with a riff by twisting some notes from a Deep Purple song, right?
Mhm.
There's like 4 or 5 people in the studio. How did no one tell Billy Joe, hey, hold on a second?
Like were they just afraid to like were they just afraid to say something to him?
Maybe they
No,
didn't know either. I don't know. Like,
no, I mean I can get what you're saying. I'm just saying like if you come into that problem, if you were in the studio and because like I listen to a lot of music and listening to this album by Green Day, there were like 6 or 7 times where I was like, "Oh, they took this exact musical part from here, they took this exact musical part from here." I'm saying that one time it's a coincidence, but there's a lot of times on this album where it's like, "Hey, that's like an old song by The Sweet. This sounds like kind of like a Fleet Foxes bit." Like, I'm just saying that there's some unoriginality on the album. but it's good though. I still love it. I still think it's.
I would
very
argue more of we can see on originality, but I would argue more that it's more of an inspiration. Like honestly, we've seen bands straight up rip other people off,
true.
like take entire fucking verses.
Oh yeah, and I just don't like stuff like that. Like in my opinion, the creative process is so fun that I don't know why you would want to take from someone else.
Like you know what? I'll ruin this for you right now, Ian. In the song "One Eyed Bastard," you listen to the chorus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does the chorus not sound familiar to you?
That's one where I definitely was like thinking back, like this one does sound familiar.
It's
I
"The
can't think of-
Passenger" by Iggy Pop.
All right, well there you go.
But granted, overall, great album. Ian, can we agree that "Father to His Son" though is probably a great fucking song?
Father to a Son is like 10, and Dilemma is probably their best song in 15 years. I will give you
There you
all
go.
of that.
Then let's
All
move
right.
on.
Let's go. Sounds good to me.
Thank God.
I mean, Justin sits back when me and Ryan talk about anime, so
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that didn't bother me at all. We just probably need to get on to another subject.
So I found
All right.
religion.
Okay.
oh really?
And by,
Like
Wait,
I
what?
found,
seconds ago,
and by,
or-
and by I found religion, I mean that I got curious and decided to go down to like a local church for a couple of weeks now, just to see how it is, because I've never actually like been to church. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I believe in Jesus. That's enough, right?
Yes.
And I gotta say, this is some really culty
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's dude.
Thank you.
It's terrible, dude. Like I genuinely think that churches like they do more harm than good. I've been a devout Christian my entire life, and you will never catch me in a church. It's
Like-
so weird.
Like,
So-
so basically, last Sunday, not like 2 days ago, like the week before, previous to our last recording, I went there for the first time. Sat down about halfway through this guy's sermon, listened to him, and then talked to him for like 15 to 20 minutes afterward. Agreed on some shit, disagreed on others, but he seemed like a decent guy. So,
Okay.
he asked me to come by again this weekend, or like this past Sunday. I was like, all right, I'll go there. He told me to be there at like 9 a.m. to attend some Bible study class and then attend the fucking sermon. So I was like, I got nothing better to do, so fuck it, I'll go there. And I gotta fucking say, I have never been more terrified of a speaker.
Really?
What do you
What
mean?
happened?
What
Like-
happened?
It started out like, oh yeah, Jesus should be in your life. You should help other people. And by the way, the fucking Democrats! I'm like,
Oh.
why is
Oh,
this
no.
in like the Jesus talk?
I thought God loves everyone. Why is he telling me to kill the nearest homosexual I find?
It's kind of like
Right.
the Kenneth Copeland situation.
He quite
Like,
literally
oh,
said,
it's kinda like the-
Sorry, go on. Fuck.
it's kind of like the Kenneth Copeland situation of the Associated Press said that Joe Biden is president. Ha ha ha.
No. It was like this. Direct quote, no misquoting. I remember it vividly because I remember saying to myself, "What the fuck?" afterward. Right now, they want the L's, the G's, the B's, but now they're trying to add in the T's, and some of them are even trying to add the P's for pedophile. And I'm like, who? Who is doing that?
Yes.
The only people
Oh, it's so classic.
the only people advocating for that are them themselves, and their opinion doesn't matter. So
So, what kind of church was this? What kind of religion was it?
It was a Southern Baptist, so like I knew
That-
it was going into it that it was
Can I-
gonna be
can-
weird, but I didn't expect.
Can I give my my experiences with a Pentecostal church?
sure.
Sure, man, pop off.
So here's the thing. So back when I was married to my ex-wife, she would guilt trip me into going to church. And keep in mind, for everyone who wants to know, I am agnostic. I like to think there's something out there, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure it out. I'm not gonna claim to know, right? So church is really not the place for me, because like whenever a preacher goes up there and say, "Oh yeah, God does this and God does that," I'm just like, well, if God does miracles, then how come they're starving children? That kind of thing. Anyway, fucking. So my first experience at this church, like I asked her, like, what kind of church? It's Pentecostal. I said, okay. And like when you first walk in, when the church service begins, it's all music. It's a live band. They play music, play Christian songs, whatever. It's whatever. It's cool, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a few people that get really touched, I guess, and like walk to the front to the podium and start crying on their knees and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's hot.
What the
It just goes with that's hot. Right off. the-
Okay.
More power to the people who are like
Feeling it,
emotionally
like, feeling
moved
the
by
spirit.
Jesus. Like more power to them. I'm more
Okay.
talking about the type of fucking people who were like. So
But I got more though. But
there was a
you
youth
go on.
in this Bible study class. There was like a youth group, right? And some of them you could tell were fairly torn on it. On like the shit this was saying, some of them were like nodding their head very vigorously. They invited me to go to like a thing tomorrow at like around 7 o'clock at night down at their church, and just not wanting to be shivved in the moment or like literally crucified in the middle of it, I just said yes. And so this is going to be like an ongoing character arc week to week that we can update on. And the two other things that I would like to bring up is like there was 4 baptisms that happened there over the last weekend, and 3 of them were like, all right, do you accept Jesus? Yeah, all right, down in the water, up. And the last one was the pastor's grandson, and he got like an introduction.
Okay.
He's just saying that he does not feel like it's being represented equally.
Yeah, like the first 3 were just like, oh yeah, you go down there, little Timmy. All right, on with the show. By the way, the first one that went in there, I swear to you, what happened is it was. Keep in mind, it was like 10 degrees outside when they decided to hold this baptism, and as he's walking through, the whole church is watching him. He sticks his foot in the water and goes, "God damn, that's cold!"
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
and nobody
everyone
batted
just
an eye.
like, no one brought it up. They just moved the fuck on. But the third one, like, they swap out the preacher to be his grandfather. He gives a speech. They have him in the full robes. The other guys were just in their clothes. He gives them the dip.
Damn.
Everybody has like a standing ovation, and I'm just like clapping a couple times. Like, yeah, great job. We're not gonna talk about how that guy got a rock star intro.
Turns out you really don't know what's going on. You're like, hey, great job. You can swim.
Oh yeah,
Proud
let
of
me
you.
try and drown that child.
Someone with no knowledge of the entire
I'm just,
process. Dude, that
I'm
is
just
wild.
imagining like the Homelander baptism scene from the boys just smiling, staring down at him, dude.
Real quick, I wanna finish up my little story here.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Fucking the here. Okay, so crying while the song's going on, whatever. Like, that's weird to me. Like, I get it, people are moved by it, but that's weird, right? But here,
Okay.
but that's not the icing on the cake. All right, so song ends. Everybody sits down. The preacher finally gets up. Preacher is always dressed in a nice suit. He's dressed better than most of his congregation, right? It's how it's supposed to be, I guess. And fucking, he's like, "Oh, praise the Lord! Oh, the Lord is with us right now. Oh, I just want to speak His word." What? What?
Dude just starts
What?
floating.
Yeah, it's just I mean, fucking, and all of a sudden, like, people from the congregation start doing the same thing, speaking in tongues, right? And listen, the panic started to set in for me. I was looking for every exit in this fucking building.
Some dude
Right,
like
and
bringing
then-
out Kool-Aid.
The fucking-
Wait, Justin. Do you watch Futurama?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I just imagine the preacher gets up there. I want to speak the Lord's work, and then he just starts making Zoidberg noises. Just
Yeah. But no, like fucking. So like, I'm like freaking. I'm actually like, listen. I'm actually freaking out a little bit. Like, I'm actually scared,
They
right?
called you
And so
out, didn't they?
no. And so like, I tap on my wife at the time shoulder, my ex-wife is on her shoulder, and I said, "What the fuck is going on?" Right? I'm whispering, to be polite, right? And she goes, "Oh, like." It's Pentecostal church. We speak in tongues and we feel the ghost presence. I'm like, are you sure it's God?
Are you sure it's God?
Are you sure
We
that's
feel,
God?
we feel the ghost's presence. Like, okay, is it a Holy Spirit? There's a psalm that directly. I don't know if it's a psalm, but it's like to test the spirit to see if it's from God first. For all we know, y'all fuckers could just be like evil.
No, like I love
And
that.
granted,
Like,
with
if you-
how this
if you-
character arc goes, so we might be onto something.
Like, honestly, guys, if you have never seen anyone speak tongues before, just go on YouTube, look it up. It is like, if you're there in person and you never saw it happen before, it is the most terrifying experience you'll ever have.
I kind
I
of want to
saw-
go there to like spectate now.
Just go into spectator mode, Christianity spectator mode.
Just walk
Like,
in and
it's-
like stand at the back, just like, yeah, I'm just seeing if I can feel it out, see if you guys are like, you know, my thing. I'm trying to find my footing in Christianity, see what denomination and what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, like, dude, like periodically through the service, like you'll be sitting there, like the preacher will be preaching, whatever, saying some words, and like you'll hear people behind you like speaking in tongues to themselves. I'm just like, what are they doing? Are they like trying to summon a demon right now? Like, I'm terrified.
I choose to believe that at a certain point they start to communicate on regular stuff, so they're just like and it just translates to "Do you want Burger King later?"
That would be fucking hilarious.
Look at the
You
preachers
know
like speaking
for a
tongues, the whole congregation like. So we're meeting at the window. We're meeting at the Golden Corral, right?
It's
You
just
know
like
they're
their own
meaning
little
they're
hidden
meaning Golden Corral.
language.
It's
Some
like, are
dude
y'all
just
sure you're-
speaking fucking Klingon in the back.
Someone else is speaking Dragonborn in another pew.
Dude, like the idea of you being like, are you sure they're worshiping God? Like, is that's never like struck me. The idea of like some of these like weird or Christian denominations. It's like y'all say you feel the spirit, but like I've played Phasmophobia, and there's a lot of options as to what you guys could be feeling in this church right now.
Right?
This could just be some kind of wraith or specter.
So yeah, like if you want like a real fun time, go to Pentecostal church.
I refuse. Denominational religion is a scam.
Finally,
It's stupid.
Of this bad, one thing keeps getting brought up throughout my time there. By the way, like, sorry for taking away from the Pentecostal demon tongue hour, but I just wanted to wrap this up because we're getting a bit short on time. But these words keep getting brought up throughout it, and it gets brought up on the podcast.
Okay.
No,
Are they?
that's
Wait,
just
whoa.
the word. That's the words that they keep talking about a quote unquote podcast.
What?
So when I
What?
first heard it, it was like it was just kind of over. Like I had introduced myself as Ryan a couple of times. I didn't know if you guys had coworkers there or some shit. And I heard like, yeah, they were talking on the podcast, and I'm just like, hold on.
What?
But it just kept getting brought up. But apparently, they have a Southern Baptist podcast that goes over
Okay.
how you are to be a good Baptist. I have not listened to it at all. I have not looked into it at all. But I have been tempted to...
I kind of want to listen to it just as a joke.
What I'm bringing forward here, Ian, is not holy.
All right.
I am suggesting that we become the snake in the garden and get on their podcast and just start bullshitting things, because frankly I bullshit a lot down there. It's like, oh no, like, I believe this, this, and this. Is that, like, in line with their doctrine? And I know it's not, and they agree because they want me to donate to their church.
Damn,
they want
you're
money.
not wrong.
So
Dude,
all I'm
Ryan, I
saying-
beg of you. I'm begging you, somebody, either one of you guys, please make this happen.
Or because they have an entirely different image of me than what is on here. Going into a church, anybody who's ever been into a church knows that you kind of put on a little bit of a mask to make sure that nobody thinks that you're Satan himself.
Wrong.
And so they think that I'm just like a generally somewhat intelligent young guy who's interested in Christianity. They don't know me. So there is the opportunity that we could bring like a pastor or something onto here and just subject him to anime for
no.
35 minutes.
Oh no.
Dude, okay. The idea of telling them that we run like a Baptist podcast to bring him on here and just subject him like, all right, listen. Mr. Preacher, sir, you've heard of Miss Makima, correct? Go ahead and
The holy
go ahead and
saint.
tell me who your go ahead and tell me your favorite waifu. You know what? We'll just start off simple. You know, Ray or Asuka. I'll start simple with you. He's gonna get so
It's gonna be really awkward when he knows the answers to the question.
Right.
Like, you just ask him
Fucking-
the question and he goes, well, it's been a long time since I've been answering this question. I'm thinking
since the
that,
90s.
like, originally I was a Ray fan, but Asuka has won me over throughout the years thanks to her intense feeling of German superiority.
All right, so here's an idea for you guys. Okay, so here's an idea. So Ryan, first you should try to get on their podcast first, right? Kind of
You gotta
smooch your way
lure
in
'em
there,
in.
right? Gotta lure them in, right?
Lorman.
And then once you do that, tell them you have a podcast. Give them a fake podcast. Make a fake thing for it, right? If we need to, we will just, we'll bullshit all the way through.
I can
And when-
feel my soul being judged as we're talking. Like there's a
I'm not
high
gonna be a
No,
part
no.
of this.
Now listen. Now you
I
when you get
I
him
don't even recommend you do this.
when you get him on the podcast, when you get him on this show, right? What you got to do, right, is just fake and pretend this isn't the anti-think tank. This is something completely different, right? And Ian here has issues with his religion that he's going to ask this preacher, right? And when Ian goes, "Yes, sir, I committed sin. I have premarital sex with," and say an anime character's name, like try to like ease it in.
You know what? Okay, I will give you guys permission to mention the gorilla. Why don't we convince this preacher that I have a problem with
God.
and
You double
Ryan's
down.
like, and Ryan, and like this is the only time I permit mentioning this. But imagine he's on there and Ryan's like, yeah, like we've tried to make him stop, but he says that the gorilla pussy's too good. We don't know how to stop him.
We don't know how to stop him.
I need this
We've
to
tried
happen now.
everything. We are looking for divine intervention at this point.
At this
I
point,
don't
we're
care
gonna
if
get-
it's a positive intervention or if he just gets smited. Like, just something needs to happen.
If he suggests that Ian gets baptized, fucking record that shit.
Please.
Go there
Oh
with
my
a
God.
black dye packet just shoved somewhere.
There you go.
Oh my. Okay, this is not the end of this. We will be discussing different ways to make this preacher uncomfortable in the future.
Oh my
Just
god, you know what?
for
No,
our
not
viewers,
Don't prank the
I was
goddamn preacher.
for our viewers. I was joking.
Until like you realized how funny it would be.
There has been a decent amount of temptation placed in my brain at the moment, but I
Do
can
it,
feel
do it,
the
do
Holy
it, do it,
Spirit.
do
like,
it,
gonna,
do
like, you know it would be wrong. They believe in the good Lord. You don't want to do this to them. And then on the other shoulder,
do it.
he's just leaning back like,
do it.
but you know for a fact, it'd be fucking
No.
hilarious.
To discuss with this preacher who the best waifu in Attack on Titan is, because he's gonna have an answer. We're gonna make him watch the whole show.
Yeah, just legit, just ask him questions that like ease in anime and shit, right? and
Yeah.
like by the end of it, he has no idea what he was on.
No. So what we do here's an idea. Anime that have existed over the past 30 years tend to use a lot of Christian symbolism without knowing a damn thing about it, just because, and I quote, it looks cool.
Like Overlord, yeah.
Overlord, we could talk about these things and the symbolism within them and be completely inaccurate. And maybe we could get him to, like, sit down and watch one of these shows. Because
Wait a second,
I want
wait a
to
second.
trick him into watching Neon Genesis Evangelion, and he gets to the hospital scene. And just...
Like, all right.
That would be fucking beautiful. I'm just gonna tell you, I would die, but that would be so bad, but that would be fucking hilarious to
I just look
watch.
at him. I just look at him like, all right, sir. So, like, I think that the sheer amount of semen on the main character's hand might just represent Judas betraying Jesus in the Garden of Eden. I
you
genuinely
go.
think that may be true. No, wait, okay, wait. One final thing I'm gonna say, Ryan. An amazing idea. So, you know how there's, like passages of the Bible that didn't make it in because like King James like took out the texts that he didn't want.
Yeah, like throughout history, like one of the things, it does bring up a criticism because I was talking with this pastor, like just to like put a pin on this because it's actually valid for the point that you brought up. One of the things that I asked him was like, I believe in like the word of Jesus, but I don't believe entirely in like what is said about it because of the fallibility of man. And he just says, well, I just ask God to make sure, like, if I'm gonna say anything incorrect, to just stop me. And there was a part I'm like, oh, if only that worked.
If
Like,
only that worked.
like, we could solve every problem known to fucking man if we could just get God to tag in every once in a while.
For real, dude. Like, no, like, that's absolutely true. And one final thing about that, just like the fact that like there's so many of these old like Bible passages and like that didn't actually make it in, but I imagine like the preacher, like he doesn't want to appear like he doesn't know what he's talking about. So like we gaslight him. I like give him like hardcore anime knowledge and like tell him like that it's fact. Like, hey, there was that do you remember the time when Madara took on the when Madara did the infinite Tsukuyomi, right before Leviticus chapter 6, and he doesn't want to seem like he doesn't know what he's talking about, so he's like, yeah, yeah, I remember that, no problem. Just the amount of like a hardcore lore that I could inundate him with and convince him that it's
Just-
real.
Just, like, swap around a couple of names, like, whatever fucking Gara's dad's name is, think of like a Babylonian name and just say like whenever like, do you think that the gold mixing with the sand is a symbol of mankind's greed overcoming its hard work?
And he's just yeah, no, I think that's exactly true. In fact, God was telling me last night, believe it, yeah. God was telling me last night, go beyond plus ultra. All right, thank you for that topic, Ryan. That was pretty great.
Well,
Oh Lord.
I'll update you more next week on this little journey. Other than that, I'm gonna come back in a cloak and just be like, "So, brother Ian, would you like to join us?"
Do you believe in
Just
ritual
no-
butt sex?
Just know that if that happens, you have permission to shoot me. It's not me anymore.
They got you.
I've been killed and
you.
replaced already. Just use a hammer, a gun, a Ford F-150 if you fucking need to. Take me out of this earth.
I will definitely hold you up on that. Thank you for the permission.
Alright.
Oh,
Well, we're coming up on the end of our time here. It's been a fun, fantastic hour and fucking hour and 9 minutes, and an hour and 10 now. Justin, you're taking a break after this episode. Anything that you'd like to say to send us out?
Yes. I really hope that you guys do a very good job with the show while I'm gone. I hope Shenanigans comes back. I'll be, even though I'm taking a break, I'll still be watching. I want to see Shenanigans. I want to see you guys try to date an AI girlfriend.
all right. right?
We're not gonna try and date it. Actually, you know,
Actually,
we're doing this religion thing. We were talking about trying to convince an AI to follow a religion. Maybe I could just like input their answers that they give to me into the AI and see if the AI just rebuts it for me.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
no, I am not letting Ryan's like character development arc actually affect if he wins the shenanigan or not. I'm going to read up on Islam. I read up on Islam so hard. Like she will be devout. She will be devout. I will
And-
make that bitch devout.
And just like in real Islam, if she isn't, I will beat that shit into her.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's go. Oh man. All right. Is that it? Is that it?
And have a good night, everybody.
Bow, na, na, bow, na, na, na.